the case book of Sherlock Holmes, 1927, Episode 1, The Blanched Soldier. Welcome back, fellow detectives. After Holmes's patriotic service in his last bout, you've seen the end of his wartime career, but today we enter his final collection of cases, stories revealing new dimensions of his character. This first case is unique. Holmes himself narrates it, telling the story in his own voice rather than Watson's familiar perspective. Have you ever wondered what mysteries look like through Holmes's eyes? Prepare for a tale of colonial warfare, medical horror, and the terrible price of loyalty. Of the many cases during my long career, Holmes begins his narrative, few presented such a combination of medical mystery, human loyalty, and social prejudice as Mr. James M. Dodd and his search for his missing comrade. I tell this story myself because Watson was unavailable, married again, and occupied with his practice. I confess that attempting to write as he does has given me new appreciation for his narrative gifts. Picture yourself at Baker Street in January 1903, where Holmes, now practicing more selectively, receives James Dodd, a young man with the weathered appearance of military service. Mr. Holmes, I need your help finding my friend Godfrey Emsworth. We served together in the Boer War, went through hell side by side, and now he's vanished, and his family is lying about where he is. Holmes observes carefully. You're recently returned from South Africa. The Boer War ended last year, but you have sun-darkened skin, suggesting you remained afterward. You and Emsworth served in the Imperial Yeomanry. Your bearing suggests cavalry, and you're clearly devoted to your friend, given your intensity. Think about this opening from Holmes's perspective. He's immediately analyzing both facts and emotions without Watson to note emotional reactions. Holmes must recognize and describe these human elements himself. Dodd explains, Godfrey and I were inseparable during the war. We fought at Diamond Hill, survived ambushes, watched friends die. Godfrey was wounded in the shoulder. Not seriously, just a flesh wound. After the war, I returned to England while Godfrey remained to recover. He wrote regularly, promising to visit when he returned home. Then the letters stopped. Complete silence for 6 months. I wrote to his father, Colonel Emsworth, at their estate, Tuxbury Old Park. The colonel replied curtly that Godfrey was traveling abroad, but Mr. Holmes, Godfrey would never disappear without telling me. Holmes asks, Did you attempt to visit the estate? Dodd nods. Last week. Colonel Emsworth received me with barely concealed hostility, claimed Godfrey was in the Far East. But I saw something. A face at an upper window. Just for an instant. But I could swear it was Godfrey. When I asked, the colonel became furious and practically threw me out. Can you see the mystery forming? A wounded soldier returns from war, then disappears. His family claims he's traveling, yet he appears imprisoned in their own home. Why would parents hide their son? Holmes decides immediate investigation is necessary. Mr. Dodd, I'll visit Tuxbury Old Park today. If Godfrey Emsworth is hidden there, we'll discover why. Pack a bag. You're coming with me. They travel to Bedfordshire and approach the estate cautiously. It's ancient, ground sprawling and neglected, the house showing signs of decay. The Emsworths were once wealthy, Holmes observes, but the estate appears in decline. The colonel may be land-rich, but cash-poor. Rather than announcing their arrival, Holmes suggests reconnaissance. They position themselves in trees with a view of the house's north wing. Hours pass in patient surveillance. As dusk falls, their patience is rewarded. A light appears in an upper window. A figure moves across the room. That's Godfrey! Dodd exclaims, but Holmes restrains him. Wait, observe. There's someone else. See the shadow. Someone is attending to him. The second figure leaves, and they see Godfrey more clearly. Even from a distance, something seems wrong. His movements are slow, careful, and his face appears strangely pale or discolored. Holmes has already formed a theory. Mr. Dodd, I believe your friend suffers from a